Hello, everyone. This is a surprise. So I had a bit of free time today. A few of my plans have changed, and I've also been digging around in some analytics a minute ago, and I thought it was really interesting. So I thought, do you know what? Why not just jump on YouTube, live stream, and say hi to a few people? I don't expect a lot of people to be in the stream. There's been no notice whatsoever, but I just thought, I'm here. Might as well jump on and just see a few people. So I can see a few people popping in already. Let me just see if I can organise this so it looks better. There we go. Hello to everybody in. Andy, see Andy's in. Hello. Michael. There's Tony. Knee Sight Dojo. Hi, Carl. Good morning. Yep, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is around the world. Like I say, I'm just literally at my computer working. It's 1:30 here. The children are not due home for another couple of hours from school, so I thought, let's just jump on. Let's just do a live stream and see who jumps in. Good morning, good evening. Lunchtime, perfect. Yeah, like I say, it's always hard if you're in the UK blogging when 90% of your audience is usually US based. It is really hard. Most of the time, an ideal time probably for me to get my maximum audience is around 11 p.m. in the UK. The wife and kids won't go for that. Few people. Jeremy. Green screen or amazing deck. Yeah. It's my kitchen. In fact, if I turn it off, you can see now it's a green screen. Have lots of different backgrounds, to be honest. I could go to the beach. Is that better? Pretend I'm Alex over in Spain. That was pretty good. There's a castle as well. Who don't want to live in a castle? Well, it looks a bit cold, does that one? So maybe we'll go back to the beach. What do you think? Let me know what you want. Beach one, kitchen, castle. Bit of company with my lunch. Nice, yeah, exactly. I say I've just had my lunch, got a cup of tea, and I thought I'll jump on. I have got something to show you. I've been looking at some analytics recently, well, this morning, and I've been looking at the difference. I was doing a bit of research for a video I'm bringing out soon about the difference between Hutch and Cage, which was a public case study, and Gardenia Organic, which was a public case study, which is still an ongoing public case study. And the difference between the age domain, which is gardeniaorganic.com, and Hutch and Cage, which was a brand new, fresh, clean website. And I wanted to see the difference between in the first 3 months of a age domain and a first 3 months of a brand new domain and see what the traffic differences is. And it is quite difficult to give some accurate data because there's a lot of difference in content. So the gardening site, the age domain site, I put a ton of content on there, far more than I did with Hutch and Cage. But there are some real startling differences in organic traffic, and we can tell that with the percentages. So in a second, we'll just see if anybody else jumps on. We've got 22 people on at the moment, which is fantastic. Like I say, for an impromptu, quick live stream, that's not bad at all. Just say hi to a few more people. Jim's in. Hi, Jim. Can you go back to the affiliate gathering room? Yeah, I think I've got that somewhere. Have I got that one? Let's have a look. I will have to get that one. For the minute, I could put an office. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's even got my Mac in right, we're having that one. Let's stick with that one for now. But yes, Jim, I will try and get the affiliate gathering. I got an amazing image of where we're going to have the conference, and I got an amazing image, and I had that as my background in the last one, so we'll get that one back on. Thomas, hope you're enjoying your work down the beach. Yeah, I wish. Although I always wonder when I see that, are you not going to get sand in your laptop? I mean, there's no way I'm taking my MacBook on a beach and getting sand in it. Sand gets everywhere. It's not going in my MacBook. See if we've got any. I would have used the age domain, but it wouldn't have fit my brand. Yeah. Sorry about these questions if they're all a little all over the place. I've not figured out yet how to keep all the questions the same size. By way of something different. Yeah, I know if you've got a website or you're a company, you need a particular branding, then obviously, you're going to have to get a domain or a website that fits your brand. And I know Tony's a professional gardener, so he's got to have a brand that fits him and his actual company. So Phil, have you got soft play background? Oh my god, we're obsessed with backgrounds. Let's have a look. Nope, I've got a tunnel. Oh god, that's a bit freaky now. That will send you a bit crazy. And I've got palm trees. I didn't think this live stream would be all about backgrounds. I'm going with. I want to be like Alex. I'm going back to the beach. There we go. Just have a look, see if we've got anybody else jumping in. Before, like I said, I will show you a few things. Don't worry, I'm not just going to ramble on, but I will show you a couple of interesting things. Let's have a look. In your last earnings video, you noticed the majority of your earnings are from SEO blogs, second to keyword cares, and actually you're really earning more. Yeah, the thing is, everybody says that at the minute that I earn more from affiliate marketing and from keyword care compared to my websites. But that's because I've sold 3 of my best websites in the last 18 months. So if I hadn't sold those 3 websites and added those earnings on, my earnings would be around 8 to 10,000 a month just from websites. So that would have probably made my overall income 15, 20 grand a month. So yeah, if I'd have kept those websites, it would have looked more impressive. And that is one of the reasons I am really getting my head down and focusing on building my websites. I want my portfolio to overtake my affiliate income. My affiliate income should always be good, hopefully, but that should be a side venture. It should always be my blog portfolio. But the thing is that I've nothing kind of to prove. I don't need to have a portfolio that's very impressive to impress people on YouTube because, you know, I'm not selling a course. I'm not here to preach. I'm not a guru or anything. It's just what I'm doing in my life. And to be fair, and to be honest, does it matter where the money comes from, whether it's from my affiliate or my blogs? It doesn't really matter. It just needs to come in to pay my bills. But it would be nice to get my portfolio back to where it was. And that's one of the things, like I said, I'll show you in a second, Hutch and Cage, like what that was doing when I first started it at its highest point. Fun. Where to find age domains? Well, I bought mine from odys.global. There is usually a link. There's a link on calbrobin.com, but it's calbrobin.com/odys. If you sign up, you get $100. It is an affiliate link. You get $100 credit. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to put your credit cards in, but you can have a look around and play around, and you get $100 credit. That's where I got mine from. There's loads of others. GoDaddy Auctions, Niche Website Builders, I think, has age domains. There's plenty of places. Hi Carl, use this for affiliate gathering. It's an absolute lifetime deal right now. Use this for affiliate gathering. It's an absolute. I don't think affiliate gathering is on AppSumo, but if you're on about the Ecamm Live that I'm using, that might be on AppSumo. I'm sure there's an affiliate deal. There's some work out. Yeah, probably is. Hi, just saying hi. Hello to you. Jim, Scarborough's improved itself. Lots of chat going on. I've chosen one niche and would like to share it with you. Get your opinion. Find Keyword Care or keywordcare.com. Head over there. There's my email on there. Just find me an email off. I do get a lot of requests to do things now. So it's one thing I will say in this stream. I know there's not many people watching it right now, but there are a few. I am getting lots and lots of requests every day. Probably 30 requests to do something. People want me to assess their website. They want me to give them ideas and answers to questions, and I simply get so many emails now. I must be up to 50 a day that I just can't answer all of them. I spent today about half an hour helping one gentleman out, but I had to just say, look, I've got keyword care orders to fulfill. I've got to really crack on. I just can't do it right now. So I do apologise if anybody does email me and I don't get round to answering them. I'm not being rude or anything. It's just so many questions come in every day. Who else? I'm just going to look for people I've not said hi to. I've not seen these websites and YouTube videos. Have you made videos which include these? Yeah, so Fish Keeping Forever was a website I sold. In my income reports, I also sold a high-ticket item website. That got sold. And then one other that I can't mention because the owner didn't allow me to release any information on that. Hey, Carl, do you have any advice for newbie bloggers who's facing a bit of a burnout after 1 year? If you're facing a burnout, then sit back and leave it. Just stop. Stop what you're doing. Refocus. If you try and push through it often, you can make it worse and you'll burn out forever and you just won't want to come back to it. Sometimes that burnout can just be a matter of weeks. You can just take a couple of weeks off, forget about blogging, don't write anything, and you come back fresh and ready to go. And in fact, that's what happened to me at Christmas. Run up to Christmas, I was so busy, it was incredible. And then I took 3 weeks off over Christmas. Some of you know we had a death in our family, which made me, forced me to take time out of the business to care for my family. And actually that gave me time to reflect on what was important and what I needed to do and what I needed to focus on coming back in 2022. And that's what I've done. I've come back with a new thirst for content, particularly written. I am going full steam ahead on my blog portfolio. So I'm also obviously working on the affiliate gathering, which is taking up a lot of time. And that is a big focus of mine at the minute. But yeah, refocus, reset, come back fresh, and hopefully that'll get you back on. Be careful of ties coming. I know if my feet start getting wet, I might have to change the background. I hope 2000 is going well so far. Yeah, like I said, just head down, focusing on content, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to get distracted. I am just focusing on content. Plus, the weather's bad in the UK, so all the golf courses are flooded, so I can't sneak off to play golf. That's making me focus on blogging a little bit more. Lorna, hi Carl, do you have any advice for newbie bloggers? I've already answered that. Sorry, I'm getting a bit behind with the comments. Carl, do you do an amazing job with growth for your YouTube channel? Would you ever consider making videos on how to grow YouTube? Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, I've always thought about doing another channel, and that would probably be either affiliate marketing rather than blogging, or it would be growing on YouTube. I would consider doing a channel. The only thing I need to do is figure somewhere to do it. So at the minute I'm in my kitchen, I have to put a green screen up, and I've nowhere really to do videos. And that's why I don't get as many videos out as I would like. That's also why I don't do many streams as I like, because I have to fit it in now with the kids coming home from school, the wife going to work. I have to fit it in with that. So if I had somewhere more dedicated to film, I would think I would probably create 2 or 3 more YouTube channels. In fact, I was talking to somebody, a YouTuber who's a blogger, and he's turned to YouTube rather than blogging, which surprised me because he's got a good portfolio of websites. But he's now got about 5 YouTube channels, and he's really focusing on YouTube because he said he found Google now and ranking content so hit and miss that he just thought it was easier to upload content to YouTube and get ad revenue sense from YouTube. So that is interesting. That really surprised me. And he's not really showed me his channel, so I can't tell you what it's all about. But yeah, I do think that's interesting. That's certainly something I would consider. And if you're just a general affiliate marketer, that is an option. It's something you got to do. So if you're really struggling to write blogs and you're struggling to write content, make 2 or 3 YouTube channels. One of them could just take off. Who knows? So I'm going to have a drink. What we got? Income Bunker. Do you worry about using an age domain? What background checks? All right, okay. So this is really interesting because Phil, who's in the chat now, who is my hosting provider and one of my best friends, we've been looking for some new domains because I'm launching 2 new websites this year. And heads up why I'm doing that. There is going to be a video coming out about it, but the heads up why I'm doing that is because I'm public on YouTube, then pretty much everything that I make, I usually reveal, but I'm getting copied. So I'm getting copycatted and scalped, they call it. So people are looking at every piece of blog content and written content and website I make, and they're just going off and they're just copying it. So I'm really struggling to, not only you're fighting Google to rank in Google, but you're fighting the copycats as well. So I do want to build my portfolio, but I want to build it up with some fresh new domains that nobody knows. So it's harder for them to find me and copy. And I've been looking at buying some new domains, and me and Phil was testing it. So we put a few domains through Wayback Machine, and I did some YouTube searches, some Instagram, Facebook. Couldn't find any information about these domains, so they looked fresh, clean to me. And I thought, fantastic, we'll go with these. But then Phil did some digging around. He's far more technical than me, and found that there was a lot of history. And in fact, one of the domains I'd found had been rerouted or repurchased 27 times, but it wasn't on Wayback Machine or anything like that. So if I'd have bought that domain and invested tens of thousands of pounds building that website up, that could have been a nightmare. Luckily, I have found 2 domains that are fresh, can't find any trace whatsoever, and I'm going to be building those out this year. And they will be on my income reports. You will hear all about it. I will not disclose the domains on those, but definitely I will add them to my inquiry reports, and you're going to see them. Alex is here. Hola. That's it. That's my Spanish done. Alex, you'll have to give me some lessons when I see you. Alex is one of the presenters who's coming to the affiliate gathering, by the way. So if you will have seen his channel. I think 100% of the people in this chat know who Alex is. But if you want to meet him in person, then you have your chance in May this year to come and see him at the affiliate gathering, and a lot of other people as well. I cannot wait. I mean, I've met Ricky from Income School before, but to meet John Dykstra and meet Sean Mars, God, I've got so many questions for Sean Mars about SEO, backlinking, and his strategies. There are so many people. I wish it was longer. I wish it was a 2 or 3 day event, but it is only a 1 day event. Let me just see if there's anybody else. Keith's in. Today's category is building up 5 houses in somebody else's land. If YouTube's randomly shuts down. Yeah, I mean, the YouTuber, the blogger who's building 5 YouTube channels, he is known. He is a popular YouTuber at the moment. But yeah, he seems to be stepping away from blogs. So unless he's going to build the blogs in the background and do YouTube side by side, might do both of them. Who knows? He didn't go into too much detail. I think he wanted to be really secretive about it, and fair play to him, because like I say, I've had so many websites scalped. The Age Domain one, Gardenia Organic, is already getting scalped. I've seen copies of it already. We're talking same articles, same titles, everything. The only benefit I have is it's an Age Domain with a 31 DA and over 300 backlinks to it, and they're all good backlinks. So that is my strength of having that Age Domain. So hopefully with this one, if it does get scalped and copied, I think I should be able to outrank them, unless it's anybody with a crazy high domain, and in which case, why would somebody like that need to scalp another site? I don't get that. As Phil said, do your due diligence. Absolutely. I thought I'd done mine on those Age domains. On those domains. They're not Age domains. On the domains, the 2 new ones I'm building this year, I thought I'd done my due diligence, but I hadn't. So thank you, Phil, for spotting that. Maybe I'll get a video out with Phil, and we'll show you how to check whether a domain is fresh and clean, because you go on GoDaddy, you see a domain, it can be something really random. I mean, one of the domains I typed in, I pretty much made up, and I wouldn't have dreamed in a million years anybody would have ever had that domain. And Phil found out they hadn't. It'd been changed multiple times. Let's just see if there's anybody else in. Emma's in. Emma Cruises. I definitely come to the affiliate gathering. I wasn't on a cruise. You're always on a cruise by the sound of it. Maybe we should do the next affiliate gathering from a cruise ship. How good would that be? Darlene's, thanks, Carl. You're welcome. Nice to see you on the chat. Are you still targeting low volume keywords? Okay, so on certain websites, I am. So if it's a fresh, new website, I am targeting low competition keywords with low search volume. If it's a more age domain like the gardening one, I'm not. I am pretty much going after anything on that site because I need to test it. I need to say to you guys, okay, does an age domain with a DA of 30 rank for keywords that are getting 12,000 searches a month and very high competition searches? I need to know that. So on that website, I'm going for anything. On my 2 new ones that I'm launching this year, I will do the usual. I will start with very low search volume, even 0 search volume, slowly build up. As the domain increases, go for slightly harder ones, and then keep gradually building it up. And one thing I'm going to do as well, my mega website, if you followed that case study, which wasn't a public one, but I did tell you as much as I could about it, I published about 200 articles all in one go. So day one, I think I published 50 articles. I think the end of week 1, I published 100 articles. I'm not going to do that. Because of the Google crawl budget, which is the amount of time and resources Google has to come to a new site and find all that lovely content and rank it, has diminished. It's going down and down and down. Google's really struggling. It's a company, it has a budget, and that budget is limited. So I am not going to do that with any new sites. I may still publish into draft and write content really quick. So in month 3 or 4, I could have 200 articles on the new site, but I'm going to schedule them out. So every day I'm going to schedule it to publish 2 articles. So it's a slow drip feed of content, which hopefully will make it easier for Google to actually index the content. Because that's the biggest issue I've had this year is indexing. Phil, yo, hello, how are you? Sarah, I was wondering if I had to start a site this year, start a site, trickle in a little bit of content on it, and then go all in year two. How Google would view it. Yeah, I mean, that's what I think. I think just trickle the content on bit by bit, give it 6 months to a year, and then as soon as you find that every piece of article you publish indexes within 48 hours or even instantly, then go at it hard. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a safe strategy to do. What's your thought on AI content from Harrison? Hello. Harrison, well, I think Google and AI content will work better with each other eventually. I think Google will have to adapt to AI content, and I don't think it's going to be able to frown on it as much as it possibly does right now. AI content is going to be the future, let's face it. You might say, yeah, it's rubbish now, and it's not great, and it can't publish a 1,000-word article at the press of a button. Of course it can, but it will get better, and it might be able to do that in 5-10 years. So I think Google will have to understand that AI content will be part of the future, and I don't think it can frown on it. I think you'll find companies... In fact, I watched one. It was either Matt Diggity or Neil Patel was saying the other day that they're encouraging it now. They're encouraging big companies to start using it and playing around with it because they too think it is going to be the future. So, you know, what we think about it now and what Google frowns on it now, I don't think that will be the norm. I think in 5-10 years, you know, we'll be looking back and thinking, you know, why did we ever doubt AI content? And Google might start to love it, who knows? But the minute Google doesn't like it because it's struggling with the amount of AI content that's being published, and that's why it doesn't like it at the minute. It sees it as poor quality content, and a lot of it is. But even a really good piece of content that's being published using AI, Google doesn't like, but it will have to get used to it because I do think it is going to be the future. Carl, would love a video on that topic. Yeah, I mean, domain due diligence. Yeah, I might hook up with Phil and see if we can jump on a stream and maybe randomly check a few. Maybe go on GoDaddy. We'll pick 4 or 5 domains and we'll run them through Phil's process of checking, and let's have a look and see if they are actually fresh, clean domains. That might be interesting. Hey Tosh, good to see you. It's been a long time since I've seen you, Tosh, or spoke to you. Good to see you. I hope you are well. Johnny, isn't AI content kind of like old school spinning articles? So AI content, if you press produce, it is going to do that. Yeah, it is just going to look at the search content that's already out there, repurpose it, put it together and give you some sort of answer. Yes. However, if you know how to use AI tools, you can get them to work in a proficient way. You can get them to produce good quality content. But the problem is at the minute, that takes so much skill and time to do that, you might as well have just wrote a blog content yourself, in my opinion. But it is going to get better and better. And, you know, there's no shadow of a doubt that eventually it will just be able to produce 100% unique content that is quality. But at the minute, it's not there yet. But it is still a good tool to use for, you know, coming up with ideas, getting through that writer's block, lots of different things. Paul's in the chat. Hey Carl, I started my niche website back in August 2020, based in UK market. 84 articles, 100,000 impressions, but my earnings are still 0. Should I give up? Let me just have a look at that again. 2020, so it's not that old. It just depends on your traffic. So impressions is okay, it's a metric, but we need to know as well, are people clicking through? If you're getting a lot of impressions, often you can just change your titles and your meta descriptions, and that will suddenly start getting the clicks and the traffic. So it'd be interesting to see the numbers on that. I mean, if you do want to reach out to me, I will try and have a look for you. Just email me at keywordcare@gmail.com and I'll have a look for you. Bill, domain due diligence is a huge subject. Yeah, absolutely. Again, like I say, I didn't think it was. I didn't think... I thought literally you just checked in Wayback Machine, run a few checks through Google, and that's your due diligence done, but it's not. You definitely need to do a lot more than that. Let's have a look. Is anybody else? Any ideas on non-English speaking outsourced content writers? Have you ever used Jarvis? So yeah, as I mentioned, I've used Jarvis, used AI content generators. Like I say, I have produced some pieces of content that were good, but it was a lot of work. It took me a long time to do it. And it is a skill. Like I say, if you want to learn that skill and you want to learn how to use AI content to produce good quality blogs, you can. but it is a skill and it is going to take you some time to do that. For me, I have a team of writers. There's nothing better than getting somebody, a human eye, to do an hour's research or a couple of hours research on a topic, actually then produce 100% original content that reads like a human, 100% fact perfect, and you're paying 3 or 4 cents a word. I don't think you can beat that as a business model. I think that's the best way to do. Adil, what is your backlinking strategy for new websites? No strategy. For a new website, nothing at all. I'd certainly run it for 6 months to a year without anything. Do your usual, you can do citations, so you can get registered with things like Yell.com. You can create Facebook groups, YouTube channels, Instagram accounts, all that social stuff to point signals towards Google that you are a genuine website, genuine company. You can do all that. I wouldn't do anything at all. Give it a year. You should just naturally grow and it should be all good. If you're then finding you're not, and maybe you've entered a niche that's a little bit competitive, then maybe you need to look at that. You could start with maybe doing forum posts and answering questions on Quora. You can reach out to Haro, help a reporter out. You can look for guest posting, things like that. I wouldn't, on a website that's 0 to 12 months, just suddenly start spending thousands on backlinks with companies like Stan Venture or whatever. I wouldn't do that at all. You just need to have a years of metrics to actually dive into it and see what's working and what isn't. If you start throwing backlink sites straight away, you're just not going to know what's working and if it was actually needed. I'll do a couple of questions and then I'm just going to show you some interesting stuff on my desktop that I've seen that I like this from analytics. It's quite interesting. My Happy Health says, hey Carl, I'm glad I could join live chat. Started a blog 25th of October. Could have 200 articles. Typical episodes, good shows. Yeah, I mean, 200 articles is really good. That's good going. Again, look at where the impressions are coming from, which articles are getting the impressions, where your clicks are coming from, how long people are staying on particular pages. Look at your top 10 and see if you've got 1 or 2 articles that are doing really, really good and the rest are not. A nice spread would be something like your top article gets 5% of the traffic and then 3%, 2%, 2%, 1%. So the spread of traffic is through all your articles. You need to see, again, what's working and what isn't. So saying 200 articles, I've got 200 articles on my website, fine. Which one of those are working? You've now got some data to go off. Have a look, see which ones are working, and then see if you can then replicate that. Maybe you found in your website you've got one particular topic that's doing really well. Go all in on it then. If you've got one blog post that's doing really well, bringing in the majority of your traffic, write 30, 40 articles around that topic. Google will often love you for one thing. Find out what that one thing is and then go at that. I'll do one more then. We'll just switch over to Google. So you agree with Income School on the point of no backlinks? I like backlinks and I don't like backlinks. What Income School was saying, which I totally agree with, is that quality content should generate natural backlinks. You shouldn't have to worry about that. And I 100% agree with that. Income School, and I've met Ricky and Jim personally, and I asked them this question, and they said they understand that backlinks help. And they say that in that video. Ricky says backlinks 100% can increase your authority, increase your strength and your domain strength, and it can really help. What they're against is you spending all your time trying to build backlinks and not writing content. They want it the other way around. A lot of people are 90% focused on backlinks, 10% on content. They want you on the other way around. They want you fully focused, 99% on content, and then have a look, see if you can do a little bit of link building through Haro or something like that, but try and do it organically and naturally. And that's their philosophy, and that's kind of what I agree with. But there are some niches and some posts that without a strong backlinking profile, you will not compete. So if you was going after something like best iPhone 2022, unless you had hundreds, if not thousands of backlinks to that one article, or you had an overall domain authority of 70 to 90, you wouldn't rank for it. End of story, you just wouldn't. And that's it. And that's where backlinks obviously are part of a ranking factor. They're only one part of a ranking factor for Google. Google does take them into consideration along with hundreds of other things. Let's have a look. Slide Jess, yeah, I made it to the beach. Finally, I can retire, chill back on the beach. with, I don't, can you make cups of tea on the beach? It should be a cocktail, really, shouldn't it? But that's it. Me done. I'm retiring. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to switch over and share my screen with you all. I hope this works. I'm going to show you what I was playing around with this afternoon and some of the things I found, and you might find it interesting. So let me just share my screen with you. Oops. There we go. Hope you can see that. I'll just get rid of a few of my things on my screen. So obviously this is the affiliate gathering. I was playing around with that earlier. We've been looking at that. I'll come back to that in a second. But so for those of you not seen my latest age website case study, this is it. So it's gardeniaorganic.com. And you can see the website is coming along nicely. We've got lots of articles on. In fact, if we have a look, I can show you. Don't widget, sorry. Just do, write in a post. There we go. You can see currently we have 451 published articles, which is pretty good going. You can see here, maybe you can't see it there. The first article was published on the 20th of September. So 20th of September, that was the first article published. And what we have, 3 months, 10 days, something like that. And we've managed to get 451 articles on the website. Now, if you want to have a look at the traffic, I'll just jump over. You can see here, this is my Google Analytics. And I've set it for September the 21st. And I've set it to January the 1st, just because I want to show you something else in Hutch and Cage in a second. This just made it the same, so I can give you some similar data. So you can see here, nice steady growth, looking really good. And this is the interesting thing that I wanted to show you. If you look at this graph here, so this is aged domain. So this was an aged domain with 31 DA. And from publishing content from day one, the 21st of October, you can see the organic percentage was 60.9. So all the traffic that we was getting into this website from day one, 60% of it was organic. Now, how that's relevant is, if we just go over to Hutch and Cage, this is the same 3 months on Hutch and Cage. Now, these were both public case studies. So remember, I'm showing you the percentage of organic traffic, not total traffic, because there are far more articles on the age domain case study than there was on Hutch and Cage. So that's where the traffic numbers are a little bit irrelevant, but the percentage of traffic, I think, is relevant. And you can see on Hutch and Cage, brand new domain, the percentage of organic traffic, you may not be able to see it, it's very difficult, is 9.5%. So 9.5% of all the traffic that came to Hutch and Cage, a brand new domain in the first 3 months, 9% of that was organic. Obviously, there was lots of social and lots of direct because it was a public case study. But compare that to this website, the age domain, the gardening one, 60.9% is organic. Then 27% is direct. Again, both public case studies, both did about the same amount of publicity. So they both got about as much love as each other. But you can see a massive difference in organic search. So with the gardening website, the first time I published an article, it went to page 1, the first article ever. If we go back, you can see here, do squirrels drink water? I think that was the first article. In fact, I published a couple on day 1. How many did I publish? I think I published, a lot. So, okay, so I think in week 1 I published 35. But I think on day 1 I probably published around 10 articles. And like I say, one of them went to page 1. I think it was page 1, position 2 or something like that, instantly. Whereas with Hutch and Cage, this one here, you can see the usual sandbox, very slow, and then it got built up and built up and built up. Now, overall, Hutch and Cage did amazing. I mean, if I show you, let's have a look. Let's do all of it. Let's go right back to today. Let's have a look. Let's do January the 1st. let's see. Oh, I need to go back. Sorry, let me just... Let's do from there. Sorry about this, just totally unprepared. Let's have a look. So custom. So when was it? So 100K was May. So, and it was 2019. And then we'll go to today. Let's go to today. So you can see there, sorry about that, took a bit of messing around. You can see there the absolute steady organic growth of Hutch and Cage. Had a huge spike when I was doing a lot of Pinterest and we had some posts go viral. So that's where that huge spike came. And then steadied off, as you would expect. And then we got hit by a core update. Now, this one was back in 2020, so I can't remember which one it was, but got hit by a core update. And then we slowly recovered. And then we lost a little bit of traffic. And it's gone down, but it is starting to come back up. At the moment, it's around 10% increase each day. Now, that was a natural, steady progression, but the majority of that was direct and referrals. It wasn't the organic traffic. And organic traffic, like I say, took a long while to kick in. It was about after almost a year before the bulk of the traffic on there was organic. Whereas with the age domain, the organic traffic is primarily the bulk of it. It is pretty much all the ranking traffic that we're getting is organic. Even though we have a YouTube channel and we're promoting it, you can see here, look at the difference there. This is the last 28 days, 2,000 organic searches compared to 291 direct. Like I say, it's very difficult to judge because this website has a lot more content than Hutch and Cage, so it is difficult to judge the two. Now, one thing I also want to talk about, which I've been looking at, this is just an overview. So this is Sitekit by Google. It's installed on the age domain. And you can see last 28 days, 2,200 visitors, 66% up on growth, 61,000 impressions, which is 76% up. If you want to switch it to 90 days, you can see, which is pretty much the life, 3 months, pretty much the life of the website. You can see there, we're doing really, really good. Everything is on the up. These graphs are looking superb, and I'm really pleased with that. So one thing I wanted to show you is, again, so this is an article that I wrote. Now, the reason I want to show you this is because I was in a discussion with somebody yesterday. I think, in fact, it was Alex and Phil. And we was talking about Google now saying that product reviews are dead, product reviews won't rank anymore, and everybody have this general opinion. And what Google says is you should go out and you should write the best content you can, make it 100% original and organic. Excuse me. So what they're saying is you need to produce, even buy a product, review it, make organic content about it, make it original, make it fantastic, do the best piece of content you can. Well, I think this is the best piece of content that I have ever managed to write. It is a review of a pressure washer. I bought the pressure washer. I took original images. These are all my images. I've done charts. I've done technical data. I've not put many affiliate links in there. It's very diluted with affiliate links. Original images. You can see it's a very long article. It's also got an original video. So this is my video that I made. And you can see
it's going to be pretty easy to use.
There you go. You can see this is me getting my best trainers all dirty. So I've done everything that Google says, and I think it is a unique piece of content. And let me know what you think. I mean, it's huge. It's the best piece of content I've ever done, I thought. Now, this piece of content took me around a week, maybe longer to write. I had to film it. I had to buy the product. It probably cost me around, in my time and for buying the product, probably around $300 to produce this piece of content. So where do you think it's ranking at the moment? Well, it's not doing great. It's on the top of page 2. Sometimes it comes into the bottom of page 1 for this search term. And guess what? There are generic jet washing posts that are ranking above this article. So here's Google saying you need to buy the product, make the best review you can. So why, after a product core update, is this article still not doing great on an age domain that's got a strong authority? And these really poor, weak pieces of content are beating it. They're 5, 6, 7 places above mine on page 1 and getting plenty of traffic. And this isn't. So I'm a bit stumped with that. So the reason I'm telling you this is because I wanted to experiment a little bit. So on Gardenia Organic, I've done some generic product reviews. So everybody says they won't work anymore, they're dead in the water. So I thought, you know what, I'll test it. So I've wrote 20 product reviews. You can see one of them here. Just a nice, simple product review. Not my video, just like I said, a generic one. And it's got some products. We've got some multiple choices. Remember, Google now say you need to offer multiple places to buy the products. I've done that. But it is still what I call a generic blog post. And I don't think it's anything special. Don't even think it's good. I just think it's a generic article. And this one is doing really, really well. So it just makes me wonder, what is Google doing? What is it playing at the minute? Because, if I can write a generic blog like this, which probably cost me $30 to write, maybe $40, then what's the point of doing these in-depth, really top quality pieces of content that Google says? It's just a thought, like I say, it's just something I found really interesting. I've produced 20 of these, so I will let you know how they do. Do they still make money? Will they rank? Will they not rank? I don't know. But it's disappointing that I've done what I would class as a fantastic piece of content, and yet it's still not doing much traction. Still not really doing anything yet. And we are now a month or two in for it being ranking, so it should now be seeing some traction. I know it's much more competitive. I get that. But there are sites far above me that have a lower DA, poor quality content on this pressure washer, and they're beating me. So you go figure. Let me know what you think. So let's just go back to Ecom and back to answering your questions. So I probably missed zillions of questions, but I just thought it was interesting. I just wanted to show you and see what you thought about that. We have somebody here who looks like he's the spamming. Let's have a look. Google doesn't like your face, Carl. That might be the reason. Eric's gone back. I don't blame you. Thank you for that. Yeah, hit the like button. I'm not going to stay on much longer now. Like I say, I just wanted to jump on. I had some free time. I thought I haven't done a stream in a while, so I just thought I'd show you that. Mark, impressions from Google at 300 per day, but only 1 or 2 views. Okay, I don't know if is that your site? You're having trouble with your site? I think that's a lot of the questions answered. My first website, Phil, just turned the corner. Took over a year. Fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. I know you've worked really hard on your website, so well done, Phil. It does take time. I was talking to Morton, Passive Income Geek, the other day, and he was saying one of his bigger, more broader sites took 15 months. It had 300 articles on it on a broad topic. Took 15 months before it started doing anything at all. So, maybe you should never give up and just, keep trying. Cal Robin, do I see a shirtless? definitely not a shirtless. Maybe trainerless, because I ruined like a £60 pair of trainers doing that video. So that was maybe a cost I should claim back as well. I have a site that was created last year in May. 200 articles, only get 50 page views a day, mainly from Bing and Yahoo. Should I continue adding content with the site? So you created it in May last year. I would carry on with that. Again, assess what's doing well, what's not. Dive into the analytics and see what's working. That's the best way of looking at it. Google's left hand doesn't know what it's right is doing. Yeah, could say less, but I agree, but that's what I'm saying. I don't get it. Google says, you need to create an ultimate piece of content that nobody else can replicate. Nobody can get them images I've done. Nobody else can produce that video I've done. And they say, you know, that will work. You do that, you will smash everybody else out of the park. You'll beat everybody, you know, but it's not. Now, it's only a one-off. You know, like I say, it is a hard keyword to rank, and it is only one article. Ideally, to test the theory, I probably should do like 5 articles in such good quality as that, and then maybe judge them. But I did expect, you know, I can get generic, simple blog posts to rank page 1, number 1 on that domain instantly. So why doesn't this really unique quality piece of content do the same? I just don't get it. Like I say, Bill, I don't know what Google is up to at the minute, but yeah, it is a little bit strange. Jay Bradbury, he doesn't say boss. Right. So that's it, guys. Pretty much, I'm going to call it a day because, like I say, I have a bit of work to do. The kids get back in half an hour from school, and I really need to get on with a few things. So I hope you enjoyed this quick impromptu stream. Thank you for everybody who jumped on. I know it's a really awkward time for a lot of people. I know you're either working, in your lunch. Yeah, I get it. But I just thought it was worth jumping on and seeing if anybody was here and wanted to chat. If you want me to do another one, I can try and do the same next week maybe. I've looked at my schedule. I have a lot of work on the affiliate gathering to do. If anybody hasn't bought any tickets, I was going to say you need to jump over to affiliategathering.com. Tickets are selling really well. I'm talking to a lot of the presenters over the next few weeks. We're starting to put together what they're going to present. We're starting to put a really good format together. It's packed. The event is going to be packed. We've got workshops throughout the event. We've got all the presentations. We've got people like Ricky and Morton holding fringe events the night before the affiliate gathering. There is a lot going on. It is buzzing. It's absolutely going crazy. So if you can make it, if you're in the UK or Europe or even further, we actually have somebody flying in from Dubai and lots of people flying in from America. So if you can make it, fantastic. I'd love to see you there. Come say hi to Ricky, Alex, me, everybody. We'd all love to see you there. As far as with COVID, there obviously are some worries about that. We don't think it's going to be a problem in May. It seems to be, although it's quite at the height of this new variant, it is seeming to ease. We've not had any restrictions in place on us here. We're not in lockdown. The worst thing we've got to do is wear a mask. You know, if we all have to sit in the conference and wear a mask, that's not a problem. It will still go ahead. We have lots of safety precautions in the event. It's organised, like I say, it's not just me. It's a big events company that's organising this with me. So it's a professional team behind it. And the event itself it runs conferences every day, week in, week out. It's a huge events conference facility. So all the COVID restrictions and safety measures will be in place, don't worry. But hopefully by May, we're 5 months away from it. I'm hoping by then it's, you know, barely talked about. There will probably be new variants in years to come, you know, but we can't sit back and wait for it to go. It could be around for years. So I just think it's worth just jumping in there and just making this happen. I know the importance of meeting community, friends. If I've got a problem with my website, I reach out to one of you guys in the chat and it's normally sorted within minutes. There's no better way of staying focused in blogging than having a community around you who knows what you're going through and shares the same beliefs and even same concerns. So I think that's where it's vital to come to this event, meet new people, chat to people, get their phone numbers, get their email addresses, you know, and pick their brains a bit. It's the best chance you'll ever have. It's not an SEO conference. It is totally focused on blogging and things like that. So it's a friendly, relaxed event. So like I say, if you want to get your tickets, please head over to affiliategathering.com, get your tickets, let me know if you got them, and I'll see you there. But for now, I think we will call it a day. I will see you all very soon, and I'll jump on another live stream if I can next week. But for now, there will be normal videos coming out as usual. I'm just in the middle of filming one that should be hopefully up in the next couple of days. But for now, thanks very much. I'll see you all soon.